far. Yeah, I'm glad you can't hear the air conditioning because it's too hot to turn it off at the moment. If I were doing an interview, I would definitely turn
Yeah,
it off.
no need to
100%.
turn off the AC for these
Nah.
casual chats.
The cash chats.
The
I
cash
know.
chat.
I don't want people to think I don't give a shit.
That's my new
No, I know.
social
That's not what it
media
means.
site I'm launching. Cash chat.
Cash chat. It's hard to say though. This is Next Level. I am Emily Reese. I host a podcast called Level with Emily. Sam Keenan is with me. He's the producer of that podcast, and we've been making it together since 2011 in some way, shape, or form. We've been
Yeah,
let's amend that to say we've been working together in this sort of capacity since
right.
2011. So we like to talk about what we do. So that's what we do this for. We're going to preview this week's upcoming episode for you. On It's summer, on a summer day, even though it's not technically summer. This is very hot for this time of year, but I'm
Yeah,
in for it. I'm cool. I'm all right with it. I
I'm
took
down.
an I took an impromptu dip in Nokomis the other night,
Hmm.
and it was fucking freezing. It's the lake doesn't think it's summer yet. The lake's like, no, I'm
That's
too
actually
big. Yeah.
just better for what might be living in that lake.
Exactly. That's kind of what I thought too. Although Harriet right now, Lake Harriet has blue-green algae in it, I
Okay.
guess. Because that's where our friend Justice, he's like, "Do you want to go swimming?" And I'm like, "Which lake?" Because we have so many options.
Yeah.
And I knew he had wanted to swim in Harriet, so I thought he was going to say that, but I guess you're not supposed to swim. Honestly, swimming in a city lake, always questionable, but also pretty fun. So
I
yeah,
go straight to the
we
Mississippi.
yeah, it's like the worst place in the whole Twin Cities to swim would be the Mississippi River.
Just a quick
Just
dip in the
like
Mississippi.
full of death. Like
Yeah.
no one comes out of the river, like that's
Yeah.
sad. Oh, it's not it's not a safe thing to
No.
do. And there are definitely lakes in the cities that are not safe at all. But Nokomis is safe. And I I swam in it, and I did go underwater, which I also don't normally do in a city lake. But again, it was really cold, and I thought, what on earth could be in here that's harmful?
Yeah.
It's barely unfrozen.
Right.
But there were tons of people because it was like 84 or something. It was just a beautiful day. And it was Memorial Day. It was Monday. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so it was really nice. And then I worked super early that morning and the next morning. And yeah, but I don't know. How was your weekend? What I saw you Friday and then haven't seen you. Yeah.
I forget. I think it was a good weekend.
Okay, good.
I barely remember.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't do anything
funny.
I remember, so that,
Okay.
that's
Other
good
than
or bad.
Friday. How,
Oh,
we had a little friend gathering, which was super fun.
Saturday.
No, it was Friday.
I was talking about um was that this past weekend for we did our listening party?
Oh, that was Saturday. Yes,
Yeah,
that was
Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah,
I was
yeah. So
talking.
that's
Yeah,
something I
yeah,
did. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, that was super fun. We listened to a lot of
Yeah.
great music. Sasha was there. Hi, Sasha. Um, and yeah, that was super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of great music, and I can't wait to dig into that, which has not happened yet, but work and things,
Right.
and it's on the sketch. But this week we are featuring a conversation with Mustin. And it's occurred to me a few times that I have no idea what Mustin's name is. I don't know if it's just Mustin, or what, but he's great. He's a really good producer, and he's clever, and I think his music is really the remixes he does are really thoughtful and well done and sound
Hmm.
great. And I had originally reached out to him probably like 9 or 10 years ago, maybe,
Whoa.
and it just didn't work out. So I met him at VGM Con in mid-April here in Minneapolis, quote unquote. and it was great. It was really great to meet him. And so we made a schedule. We made a date right then, like in person. And then I did have to reschedule it, but but still, we made it happen, and it was great. He's fantastic. I really enjoyed that conversation. Just flew by with him. So, and I guess the most compelling thing we talked about, whatever you find compelling, but was just the fact that he made this an album with his kids, which I thought was like really awesome. Like they had certain creative input and control over the project. He wrote the music, but like he worked on that project with them and set goals with them, and I thought that was really neat. So yeah.
That's
What'd
so
you think?
cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. Yeah, I think you put it right when it's like the conversation just flows and flies by when you're listening to it. It's like it's just a really good, natural, fun interview. But and also he's got a great kind of an attitude, in my opinion, for like somebody who does what he does. He's like the way that he talked about making music and even getting into music and all that stuff was from kind of that, like lifelong learner style person, you know what I mean? And he talked about things that he learned from working on stuff and things that he, learned along the way. I liked what he was talking about, his brief stint into trying to, score music for Picture.
Yeah, he hates
and how
it.
he just hated it.
Hates it so much.
And that was interesting to me. That was interesting.
I thought it was interesting too. And I felt like, maybe it's just not as, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I thought that was really interesting and just hilarious. He's like, I hated it. Like he hated it. And then he had to do it again like 20 years later. He thought he'd give it another try and he still just hated it.
I don't know, that it's funny. I don't know, it's just I'm curious. I would have even liked to hear more about why he hated it so much or whatever, but but his producing skills come through loud and clear on the music, and they're done in a very fun video gamey kind of old school style with the like sharp synths and the big round tones and everything. And I also liked, just because maybe I'm turning into an old man, but I'm still a sucker for the OG video game songs being remixed, even though it's been done a billion times. Things like Mario and
you love
stuff
that.
like that. It's just
Yeah.
Like I don't know if we're set up to hear anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But like that the one track that starts off the episode is a Super Mario one.
Yep.
And
the new Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, right. And those, I mean, I don't know why those melodies land so well still with me and probably everybody else, but they do.
Yeah. All right, let's listen to it. This is Ground BGM from New Super Mario Brothers remixed by Mustin on his album Mario Mixtape. I swear it's here. Oh. There we go.
Just the choice of sounds and the simple approach that's true to just the song. That's good stuff,
Yeah, I mean, his son like really wanted him to put a reggaeton tune on there because that's so huge right now. Like reggaeton is like number one everything right now.
Sure.
And so that's his reggaeton Super Mario Brothers. He talks about that too. He's like not a huge fan, but then he just spent days listening to it, and then you find things you like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You see what I mean about like those, like all the synths are really bright and all the tones are really round, and they're not like because a lot of times that stuff will get mixed where you like pull out a lot of those kind of frequencies and stuff, and then it sounds a lot less video gamey.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
One of my favorites on this is a mashup he did of music from Dr. Mario, which I loved. Like,
Yeah.
my aunt and cousin had that game, and I didn't get to see them very often, but maybe once a year at their place. And so that's like all I ever wanted to do was play Dr. Mario. But he mashed it up with Doogie Howser. Do you remember the Doogie Howser
Oh yeah,
theme? Yeah.
of course.
So, yeah, this is that one. Yeah. Oh God, I just think it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. And
Yeah.
he found exactly the right sounds too, which I mean that's like what makes you think of Doogie Howser. I loved that show when I was a kid. Oh God.
Brian says Fever is my jam.
Fever
Is that
from Dr. Mario. Do you remember that one? Here, let's play
I'm
it.
trying to remember, but
Oh
that
my
sounds
God.
familiar.
Let's play it. Nope. Here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
So good.
So good. Yes, so good.
Why is it so good?
I don't know, man, because geniuses wrote it. That's
I mean,
why.
I guess it's
Yeah.
weird that it's so good, but it is.
It is weird that it's so good. Yeah. Innovation in the absence of tools. Oh God, I just loved all of these so much on this Mario mixtape. But that's one thing. That's one thing. We talk about that toward the end. But Mustin also, I totally didn't even mention this. He's one of the founding members of the One Ups. And the One Ups are like the second oldest video game music cover band ever.
Right.
So they've been making tunes for 20 years and performing at MagFest and doing all of that since the inception of all of those things. Like they were among the first. And so we talk about that too. And he's done this really cool thing because there's tons of albums from the One Ups. And then Mustin has a lot of his own releases under his, Bandcamp and his name. Pardon me. But he has collected all of his personal favorite remixes that he's done for the One Ups over the 20 years and put it into an album called 20, which is awesome. So that's also on Bandcamp, and it's so good. Let's listen to. What do I want to hear from that? Well, let's listen to some Zelda because Zelda.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't you just want to hire them for a party immediately? You know?
What's that?
You hear this? It just makes me want to hire them for a party immediately.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds amazing. We also talk about Bad Dudes, which is another band of his, and he's done the same thing with that, where he's made an album of some of his favorite Bad Dudes arrangements. A lot of them are from Earthbound and the Mother series, and those were cool. But he does Kraid from Metroid, the main theme from Metroid in 4/4, which is really cool because it's in 6/8 normally.
Right.
Let's listen to it the normal way.
Okay.
Because that will get it in your head. Kraid. Metroid. Oh, God, all the new ones come up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hold, please. There we go.
I love this one.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. This was very influential music to me as a youngster.
I believe that. Yeah, because it's really weird. Like, comparatively speaking, it's tonal, but it's like expands the boundaries. It's like 20th century tonality. You know what I mean?
Right. Sure. To be a nerd about it.
To be a total nerd about it. So that's the original, which may just be the best thing you hear all day. But this is also really great, his version of it. So here's Mustin's version of it. So many cool details in it.
Mm-hmm. And then it gets all rich here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the gist. Isn't that
very
great?
Cool. That's so great.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Sasha points out there's still some vinyls available on Bandcamp.
Of this album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear another really good one from this album?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. Is it this one, or I think it's this one.
Ominous.
Might be this one. Yeah, this one. I just love how dirty it is.
Yes. You can just picture slow motion, like someone coming around the corner with a shotgun or something, like such great, like
yeah,
great dirty mood.
Yep.
Something's gonna go down.
Yep. And that saw wave or whatever that is just comes in. Oh, it's so good. So good. So that's a little bit about Mustin. That's who we chatted with, and that's who you'll hear from on Friday. I do work very early in the morning, so I won't be releasing it until a little bit later in the day. People are always like, you could schedule things. I'm like, I don't like to do that. I like to hit go myself.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe that's something I should talk over with my therapist, but but I like to hit go, so I'll be doing that sometime later on Friday. So, anything else you want to say about Mustin, or?
I don't think so. Yeah, it's a fun show. It's another remixer is fun, and once again, the variety of music we've been getting on the show has been really fantastic, I think, and
quite a variety lately.
Yeah, and that's really fun too.
Yep, we have one more sort of remixer, Grant Henry. He goes by Stemage, but he also composed a really great score for a indie mobile game. Well, from the Adventure Time people, so indie,
right?
But that's really great, and that music is awesome. So there's a lot of original music in there too. But yeah, one more of those, and then it's pretty much back to composers, which I'm really excited about. So, oh man, just so much good stuff always coming up. We're lucky. All right.
Yeah.
Well, any other? I didn't look at any. Let me look at the comments, see if there's any other questions. Okay, yeah, get your vinyl from Mustin. 42 left. Come chat with us on Discord. That link is in the show notes. And if you can support us on Patreon, that'd be awesome. Patreon.com/level. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got.
We'll be back next week, same time. I always should check my calendar before I say that. Yes, next week. Same time, 3 Central. So we'll see you then.